Hey everybody, Celina here. We are at Armina Stone. Welcome to another episode of From the Top, presented by Armina Stone. I can't wait to introduce you to this brother-sister team from Allora, USA. We're so happy to have you guys here. We have Yukie Sherwood with us. She is the CEO of Allora, USA, and the VCEO is actually her brother, Mustafa Acikgoz. How did I do?
Awesome.
Yes, but we'll call you Moose, right?
Yes.
So tell us about Allora. This is a family-owned, women-owned business that you've been involved in with your parents. Tell us more about your story.
Yes, we've been in business since starting back in 2007, early 2008. And it started with our parents and Mustafa and I, Moose. And recently, our parents are retiring, so I have stepped in as a role of CEO, being a woman-owned business. And we are a nationwide company supplying granite fabricators like yourself.
Yes, we love working with you guys.
Thank you. Since you all started business in 2015. And we supply faucets and sinks. So those are our main products. And we're still continuing to go strong as a family-owned business. That to us, to our core, is very important.
I know. I love that. And I love your history too. You guys are from Turkey, right?
Correct.
And Emre Bosman, who is our founder, he's also from Turkey. So I'm sure that connected you guys from the start.
Yes, we were Allora's second location, which is our current location right now, was literally 2 miles from Emre's wholesale business. So that's how we connected. So we were kind of neighbors.
Wow.
And we've been working with Emre since he started the fabrication shop.
What's it like working together? I'm sure it's been a blast with your mom and dad, but even having you two taking over and stepping into that role in the company.
Sure.
Yeah, it wasn't always easy, especially during the startup phase, I would say, because I'm in high school. I'm still trying to find myself, but my boss is my parents, and our townhome was our office in our basement. So coming home from school, I was working right away, and Yukie was the same way. It wasn't easy for her as well. She had 2 jobs, and again, parents being the bosses isn't easy because work flows to home and home stuff goes to work. So it was difficult, but now that we're a lot more mature, we've overcome our obstacles. It's paid off. The blood, sweat, and tears that we put into the initial years has definitely been paying off. We're also growing as individuals as well.
For sure.
I love working with her. I get to see her every day at the office. It's really helped us become better as humans, as well as strengthen the company, because we had to resolve our situations. We had to solve them. We couldn't avoid them. So,
very true. You couldn't just go home and clock out, right?
Right.
We could go home together and still work out our differences. So it's ups and downs, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, family's family, and that's what we're trying to incorporate with our team as well. So we've been in business technically since 2009. And, just like Mustafa said, the first, I would say 10 to 11 years, it was really trying to establish like the whole flow of the business. And now I feel like we have finally established that. And now we're trying to give back to our employees. So we're doing monthly get-togethers, taking our employees out.
That's so important and not done enough in other companies. I love that.
Yes, it's not always, and Mustafa is the biggest advocate for this. It's not always work, right? Money makes the world go around. But at the end of the day, we are human, and our employees, we want them to feel like you are a part of the family, and that's really important to us. So we hope that our employees feel that way too, but so it's not just our blood family, it's our entire Allora family.
And that's what makes your company so special, and Armina Stone. You have so many similar traits.
Yes.
So that's cool to see. Why sinks? Why did you want to get into the business you're in now?
Sure. It wasn't at first. We were living off credit cards in 2008, around that time, and my dad was a plumber then. That was the only thing that as being a handyman and an engineer, he this opportunity he made use of, and being a plumber, we sought after fabrications of granite, and there was a high need for sinks and faucets with really no supply. And my dad, being with the entrepreneur mind, he was like, okay, let's make use of this opportunity. So me and him would sit down and have meetings with Chinese factories at 1 a.m. in the morning, making sure that it's the right factories, the right products, the right specifications.
After a lot of failed samples and putting in every penny and pence we had into those failed samples, that definitely shook my mom and dad's relationship a little bit, right? Mom being the caregiver, it was definitely hard, but we are so happy with the dynamic that they were able to find together. And a high school kid staying up until 2 a.m. to talk to suppliers overseas. And it wasn't easy, but you know what? At the end of the day, it worked out. And we're very happy with where we are. And we have great supporters like Emre and other friends and family and customers. So sorry, I'll let you continue.
No, you guys have had an amazing journey. It's really an amazing story.
Yes, yeah, especially during the initial startup phases where we were younger. I was going to high school and 2 a.m. meetings, and she had 2 jobs. She was still in college, and she was wearing heels, doing delivery trucks on a delivery truck, doing in the construction world. As a female, it's not very easy. So it's definitely been difficult, but
and now look at you.
Exactly.
I love it. Yes. Such a success story, and you guys have earned it. You deserve it. You really do.
Persistence, I think it's the key. Right. People aren't going to always believe in you, but you just have to believe in yourself or your team or your family, whoever it may be, but you just have to keep grinding. Mm-hmm. I think that's really important.
Yeah, I love that, and always believe.
Yeah.
Well, we have your products here. So many beautiful options when it comes to sinks. So what are like the trendy options right now? I know there's so many different colors, stainless steel, gold. You see a lot of black sinks even. There's so many faucets to choose from.
Right.
It can be overwhelming.
You're right. That is actually the new trend in the market right now. Black faucets.
I love it.
Yes, black faucets and black sinks in different materials. So there's a stainless steel that's coated in black. There's the granite composite that's black. All kinds of black. And with our market, it's just 1 year it's gold, 1 year is stainless steel, 1 year it's constantly changing. And we try to keep up with the market. And the way that we do that is the feedback that we get from our customers is really important. When a customer calls us and say, hey, I'm looking for XYZ product for this project. Do you have it? No, I don't. Tell me more. What size are you looking for? What kind of volume are we looking at? What finish are you interested? If we don't have it, we will do our best to add it to our collection. And that's how we've been expanding our collection. A lot of people say, oh, how do you figure out what to bring in? We communicate with our customers. We rely on our customers' feedback and we listen. That's really important.
It's so important.
Yes.
It's how to run a successful business, truly.
Yes.
Well, you guys are amazing. I love it. And I'm sure you do, I'm guessing, most of the work in a customer's home in the kitchen or the bathroom, but you could I'm sure these days, even like in the master bedroom, I've been seeing trends of having like the little wet bar in the master bedroom.
Right.
So it's amazing how styles are changing over the years. Like I want that in my master bedroom someday. I know that.
For sure. Because you know what? The sinks aren't just a simple commodity anymore. It's become a lifestyle product. There are workstation sinks, for example, for RV homes, small spaces, where a workstation sink, you can use it as a cutting board, you can use it as a drying rack, you can wash your produce in small baskets. You're trying to really utilize the space. It's not just a piece of stainless steel at the end of the day.
It's not.
It becomes a piece of besides granite, right, it becomes a product that complements the granite
Mhm.
with so many different materials and styles and finishes that are available out there now.
There's so many sleek looks. And I have a personal question about the sink
Sure.
because this is a problem I've been noticing in mine is the bottom of it. Like, what is the best way, I guess, to keep it in good shape? Or maybe it's like to put a little cover over it. Because I think when I do the dishes or I have knives or plates in the sink, it gets a little scratched.
Sure.
I need one of your sinks. I think that's why.
You still don't have one of our sinks,
I
Celina?
don't have
We
the
need to
right
talk to
kind.
Emre.
I know. That's the problem here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Grids are very important as an accessory for sinks for some of the reasons that you mentioned. It helps clean, make sure that the finish looks clean. It prevents scratches, and also protects your pots and pans as well from vice versa. I would highly recommend getting grids. It also looks
That's
better
what I
too.
need.
I think as well.
I know. That's what my mother-in-law said because she has that. She said, you guys really need to put one in that sink because I'm rough when I'm washing the dishes.
Yeah, you don't realize it.
I know you don't until you look the next morning and you see all these little nicks. And
Right. Wait till you have kids and you just throw things in the
I
kitchen
know.
sink. Then it just gets
You're
out of
just trying to
control.
get it out of the way and get it done.
Yes, for sure.
So Allora, like you mentioned, is a national company, which is really exciting. So you do work all over the place. Where's like your typical areas you mostly are?
You know, we started out of Maryland when we first started, and we've moved to Virginia because our main customer bases were granite fabricators. And for the past several years, we've expanded on from that as well. So we are getting specified on a lot of multifamily mixed use projects, and also ADA compliant products are our number one niche product in the industry. So we are nationwide, and to say what areas are we, there isn't really, so we started on the East Coast, but we really are all over the nation. So California, Washington State. So the ADA products that we carry are one of the most expansive collections that we have compared to some of the other brand names. So a lot of customers are reaching out to us specifically because a lot of the ADA products are not available in the market. So for your senior citizen living home centers, for colleges, for even for the apartment complexes, you are required to have a certain amount of ADA compliant rooms, hotels. So all over the nation would be my best answer still. Yeah.
And you guys do a bit of traveling too?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, because you seem like you're just very hands-on in the company.
Yes,
for sure.
Which is important too.
For sure.
Of course. So for example, next month we're going to California. There's a trade show that we want to meet up with some architects. We go to Florida as well for the trade show, and not just nationwide, internationally, of course, as well. China, Malaysia, Turkey, Canada, Mexico. We really try to make sure that we make use of our options.
It's so cool. And I know you said your parents get to go back home to Turkey every now and then. Do you guys get to visit as well?
Yes. I have 3 kids. So I would like for them to spend summers with their grandparents if it's possible. And I say if it's possible because they're still so young, you know, with the flight being 12, 13 hours.
I know, it's tough for anybody.
Yes.
Let alone little ones.
Yes. So that's the plan. If work allows, you know, if our schedules allow, we still visit. Actually, Mustafa was just there last month. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah. Trying to make
really
sure
cool.
that we don't lose our touch with that part of our personality.
And we also try to invest in Turkey as well. So there's a factory that we found there that we're working with, trying to give back to our home country as much as possible. Of course, still keeping it business focused. But that was something that I was really happy about myself, trying to give back to my country because that's where I was born. That's where hopefully I want to retire as well, just like my dad, take his steps as well in that. So that was really important for me that we found a factory that we could work in our own country and work together with.
You guys mentioned when we were taking a tour of our facility here in Cranberry that this is the American dream.
Sure.
And I love that because our owner, Emre, says that all the time, that he's living the American dream.
For sure.
What do you think makes Allora so successful and makes you so different from the rest?
I think just number one being if you're aiming for the American dream, you have to work harder than anybody else. That's really important. And that's just the truth, you know. But at the same time, do not lose perception of where you came from and who you are and who you came far, you know, along with. That's really important, you know. You have to give back to the people that have walked this pathway with you. Our team. I don't say our employees, our team. You know, we can't be where we are without our team. That's really important. I think that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah, and I want to elaborate on that. Being a family-owned company, I think the main four people were us two and then our parents, and we would have meetings twice a day, and those meetings would be during our breakfast time. We would have breakfast every day.
Yes.
We would have lunch every day. And I think that's one of the main reasons.
At work. The breakfast and lunch is at work.
Yes.
So
yes. And I think that's one of the main reasons that really helped us to become where we are. And we also tried to apply that principle to our team.
Sure.
So we do at least once a week meetings with them, making sure that all departments are communicating. They're addressing their situations, their accomplishments as well. So we really try to keep the family aura going. And I think that's one of the main reasons that we've been so successful.
Well, you won a pretty big honor from Forbes. Tell me about this.
yes. It was a shock to us as well, to be honest with you.
We're very honored.
And we're definitely honored, but you know, Mustafa and I were talking about that. It's we're very honored, but it's not something we were like, let's get on the Forbes list. You know, it's honorable in the fact that
happened.
yes, it's because when you work hard and you work for and you aim for the thing that the right goals, right?
Yeah.
Great customer service, great quality of product, great selection, things like that just happen. If that makes sense.
And
you know?
what year? What is the official title that you guys received from Forbes?
Well, actually, September 2022. So it's every month.
Which is crazy because it's happened. It just happened.
Yeah, it actually started earlier this year. I think around April,
May or so.
May.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the title was one of the best sink suppliers in the nation.
Wow.
Yes.
So, yeah, very, very honored.
Yeah,
for
I'm sure because sometimes, like you said, you don't expect that. You just go in, you do your job, you
Right.
do your best, you work hard, you're good to people, you give back.
Yes,
and that's what happens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we didn't start the company saying that, hey, we're going to be on Forbes list and make it in the top 10. We kept our focus on our team members, making sure that they're happy with where they are, because it's almost like a second family in the essence of you spend 8 hours a day with a minimum. So sometimes you're not even home that long, or even if you are, you're sleeping those most of the time. So sometimes you don't have 8 hours to spend with your family and your kids. So we made sure that's very important to us.
And with that being said, one of the, I don't want to say rules, but one of the beliefs that we have at Allora is there's no drama with our team,
Yes.
right? Because like Mustafa said, this is their second home.
Mm-hmm.
This is our second home. And we want to make sure everybody feels comfortable with everybody that they're working with. There is no drama at all. That's really important.
I love it. You guys are the best.
No.
You really are.
Oh, you're so kind.
What do you see in the future for Allora? What are your goals for yourselves and for the company?
Sky's the limit for us. We really came from zero. So and when we're going right now, of course, there's going to be speed bumps that we're going to come across, and I have no question in mind that we will overcome as together as a family and as a team.
Sure.
The sky is really the limit for us right now. We're really we're in, for example, right now we're in the hotels of Ritz-Carlton in Washington State. So we're in some of the top countries, construction companies as well as apartments. And we just want to keep growing that presence that we have in the construction world right now. It would be one of our top goals.
Agreed.
Great goal. Oh, well, I can't thank you guys enough for coming here, making the trip out to Cranberry Township.
Thank you for having us.
It's been so much fun getting to know the both of you. And another thing we talked about as soon as you came in, well, they brought donuts, by the way. I mean,
it's that time of the year though, right?
Pumpkin donuts. Just by welcoming us with open arms today, bringing treats. I mean, you have such great energy, and you could just tell that you're such wonderful people.
Thank you for having us, Celina.